Good afternoon and welcome to Leinster School Senior Cup Rugby action live from Donnybrook. Today we have a repeat of last year's final. It's Blackrock College versus St Michael's College. Well, after a bright morning, the cloud and precipitation arrived in Dublin, so some tricky conditions maybe for the players today. The rain and snow have blown over. Let's hope it stays that way for the next 90 minutes or so. I'm John Forrest. With me on commentary is former Toulouse and Leinster back row, Aidan McCullen. Aidan, a repeat of last year's final. That'll play on the minds a little bit.
Absolutely, and we can say what we like, but it has to play on the minds of the players. It's a grudge match, but it's more than that. It's a local derby, and that match last year, that final, was one of the best schools games we've ever seen, and hopefully we'll see another cracker today. Yeah,
conditions are great. We had a bit of a sign of snow and blustering wind. The wind will affect the ball. Do you think they might put it up in the air a bit?
They need to put it up, test players early, put it up there, it's swirling wind, and get the kick chase up there. Need to tighten up the passes today, keep the ball a little bit tighter, and get into the game earlier on, and get the kicks in and get early position on the pitch.
Let's take a quick look at the sides. Blackrock College first. They had a good win in the first round, scoring 4 tries and getting past CBC Monkstown. Dave O'Connor scored 2 of those tries from the back row. He switches to the second row as Conor Oliver comes in on the open side flanker. Nick Timoney captains Blackrock today, playing at number 8. The only change in the back line is positional as Jack Power and Joey Carberry swap the 15 and 13 shirts. Right wing Zach O'Hagan started in last year's final, while the halfbacks Tristan Brady and Sean Kearns were both on the bench for that Blackrock success. St Michael's have a couple of changes of personnel in the back line and some positional changes following the hard-fought win over Terenure. Robin Cosgrave starts at 10, Matthew Gilson moves to 12, while Oisin O'Mara switches from inside centre to the left wing. The other change sees Tom Maloney starting on the right wing. St Michael's have a powerful and experienced pack. Harry Redmond, James Ryan, Alex Penny and today's captain Charlie Cregan all started in last year's final. Number 8 Max Deegan was on the bench for that final. He and hooker Ronan Kelleher were the try scorers in round 1. While Blackrock used all the replacements in the first round, for St Michael's, Owen O'Neill, Ian McGrath, James O'Connell and Paul O'Connor saw some action. We'll be back after this short break with the live action.
What nutritional support would you like from a multivitamin? He'd like immunity support, so would she. But men need more B vitamins than women, while women need more iron and folic acid. That's why Centrum Men and Women multivitamins have adjusted levels of nutrients offering tailored benefits. Centrum, personalised science for you.
You're very welcome back to Donnybrook. Both sets of supporters in fine voice. A good crowd in. Some overspill from the pupils onto the far side of the pitch, which is always a good sign, but they're making plenty of noise here. We're still waiting for the sides to appear. Here come Blackrock, led by their captain, Nick Timoney. A really big moment, Aidan, as the sides come out and face their supporters here.
Absolutely, and it's great to see Timoney, third campaign for him, but being graduated to captaincy as well, and he really is a leader in the making and a bright prospect for Leinster Rugby.
Blackrock huddle breaks up. They'll have to wait a moment or two. St Michael's will be on the field in just a moment or two. They stayed out training a little bit later than Blackrock, Aidan.
And a little bit of gamesmanship as well. It's cold out there. You're revved up, just about to come onto the pitch. The last thing you want to do is be waiting around and have to warm up again. And it's a little tactic you see at times, and certainly will get the blood up for both teams now.
Yeah, I suppose especially in cold weather or rainy weather, no harm leaving the opposition out there.
Yeah, you often see it from a home side, leaving the opposition out there as long as they can. The referee will be banging on the door in there, trying to get them out, but they'll resist for as long as they can.
We saw from the games in the first round that they shared 6 tries in their respective wins. All 6 tries came from forwards. Would you kind of expect a bit of a battle up front here?
Yeah, for sure. You got it, especially a swirling wind down there. You got to win it up front early. Your line out, just get it to 2, just win that ball, get the mauls in early, and soften up the opposition as much as you can in the early stages.
Charlie Cregan leads out the St Michael's side. And they're going to get a big roar as they come out in front of their supporters at the Bective Rangers end of this Donnybrook ground. St. Michael's forming a huddle for one last few words of magic from their captain, Charlie Cregan. Well, the St. Michael supporters, as I said, in fine voice, brought a drummer along as well. He's been kicking up some racket here. Today's match referee is Dudley Phillips. He's just checks with his two touch judges that everything is ready to go. And quarter-final 2 of the 2014 Leinster Schools Senior Cup is underway. Was there a little bit too much on that kick? Straight out. Early nerves, Aidan.
Good kick as well into the sun there for the recipients on Blackrock's side, but just overcooked it, not judging the wind accurately, but great opportunity for Blackrock. One of the best places on the pitch to attack is right in the centre. You can go either side, always difficult to defend from a defence perspective. So good opportunity for Blackrock in the opening stages.
Blackrock lining up to his left-hand side. Decide to go right to the shorter side. St. Michael's had it well covered. Clever little kick through from Joey Carberry, the fullback. St. Michael's gather. The sky blue and white hoops swarm in on the ball carrier, but St. Michael's secure possession.
Stop, Michael, stop! 2!
An excellent clearance downfield. Well, a good distance on it, but they come out the ball. We're just outside the 22, so it's a lot of territory.
Killer blow, and that worked out well for Blackrock. Not really well executed that scrum. You need to take a couple of steps as Timoney there. He needs to go one side, draw on the flank, or maybe even the 9, and then give the pass.
Michael's on the line.
Good attacking option here for Blackrock now. Line out just outside the 22. Taken at the front by Conor Oliver. St. Michael's defending the rolling maul on the first occasion. Ball comes out to Oliver once again. Good handoff. Just burrows his way into the 22. The ball released to Kearns. Quickly through the hands. A big tackle comes in on Ian Kinsley. The ball just dislodged and knocked forward.
That is a smashing tackle by Levy. Read it all the way. Absolutely smashing his opposite number and letting him know what he's in for all day. Really well read. Look at that for a tackle. Fantastic stuff.
Kinsley receiving man and ball. And that man was Adam Levy.
Crouch! 5! Set! Hold it!
Narrow side again. That ball's been passed back into the 22, so they don't have the option to go straight from touch. It's a little tester for Joey Carberry. Let the ball bounce. Controlled by Zach O'Hagan. O'Hagan kicks back, sees a little bit of space. Ball swirling around. Gavin Duffy, safe catch. Almost got it over the hands. A big stretch for Tristan Brady. Calls on his fullback Joey Carberry to come forward. We mentioned there might be a lot of kicks in this game early on. A little bit of a breakthrough, almost through the gap, stopped on that 10-metre line. St. Michael's have possession. They go to the left-hand side. Just looking to create an overlap, unable to do so. Good strength from James Ryan. Good pressure there from Tristan Brady and Dave Duggan. Two scrum halves battling for the ball. St. Michael's have that possession though.
Last foot.
This time Brady gets the ball away. Short passes. Was it knocked forward by Blackrock? Referee saying went forward off the St. Michael's player.
Good defence again, both sides, putting their stalls out early. Reading really well. Just need to keep it closer in the early stages. Get yourself into the game, settle the nerves, play for possession, pick and goes from your forward, build yourself into the game.
Here we see it again.
Great line speed, and that's coming from a prop. Dane Fitzpatrick coming really leading up that line. Always makes a big difference when you have one designated player to lead up the defensive line. Makes all the difference.
Interesting tactic here in the defensive scrums. Watch St. Michael's. The scrum half goes in at flanker. Dave Duggan, and the captain Cregan comes out to scrum half.
5,
You seen this before?
Haven't seen it before, but interesting tactic.
Ball off the base of the scrum.
stay 6.
Tristan Brady moves in field. Blackrock kick for territory. Works out well. 2 bounces across the touchline, and they're into the 22. Pressure on a defensive line out now for St. Michael's.
Often when you do see things like that, it's as much as surprising for the opposition, and it puts them off their move on occasions.
In we come, Michaels. Hold the throw, hold it. In we come, Michaels.
Well, whether it's forced Blackrock, they've gone to the right-hand side, an open side on 2 occasions from the scrums. Big drive from Blackrock College.
1 stop, 9, 1 stop.
And St. Michael's have the ball. They've settled it now. Attempting to drive out from the 22. Well-organised maul here from St. Michael's.
You're gonna lose it, 9.
Players hit the deck now. Duggan gets the box kick away, spinning viciously. Well taken by O'Hagan. And Blackrock going off their feet, concede the penalty.
Always very difficult there for O'Hagan. He's taking the ball going back. Really good kick chase by Michaels. Good, really good height in that kick. And then it's very, very hard for his supporting players to get behind him and then get forward again and get momentum into the ruck. You often see turnovers coming on those occasions.
Well, here is that take. It's well caught.
You see there his leg drive just taken away from him. He's tackled backwards. His players are doing their best to get back behind him, and it's one of the things you're taught as a forward: always get back as soon as you can. Don't stop and jog back, but get back and support your winger or your back 3 if they're in a kick-take position like that.
Cregan lurking in midfield, drops the shoulder, charges at the covers. They're in overlap here for St. Michael's. Hurried defence from Blackrock, but they managed to stop that surge just outside the 22. St. Michael's have another look on the narrow side. Well, the forwards of the pitch to work with here. They go short. Blackrock have plenty of men there. St. Michael's move it again. Good offload from the tackle to Cregan. Good drive from Cregan into the 22. This is good from St. Michael's. They can get quick ball here. Can they move it all the way wide? First tackle just slipped. Hugo Keenan did well to get in. That just slows St. Michael's down a little bit. Adam Levy this time with the drive. Wrestling to keep the ball free, and it's there. Cregan, who looks a real threat early in this game for St. Michael's. Well marshalled once again by the Blackrock defence. James Ryan
Last foot, Black.
couldn't wriggle his way through. The ball moved now. Cosgrave moves it on. Is the one extra with quick hands here? The pass maybe went a little forward, just didn't go quite to hand. The referee's bringing play back for a penalty.
Oh, really well done there by O'Hagan. Often see players either stepping in and taking that pass, but you've got to make a decision. When you're the last man like that, the worst thing to do is be caught in 2 minds. You just got to make a decision. He did. He forced the error, and now Blackrock got off perhaps a 7-pointer, and they're facing a 3.
Back to you.
Yeah, here we see the replay again. Just watch the widest man from Blackrock in defence here.
He's got to make a decision. He did. He stepped in. He made a decision. I'm just going to take the man out instead of actually trying to be caught in 2 minds and get out and make both tackles.
Matthew Gilson will have a shot at goal for St. Michael's. The opportunity to get the first score on the board. Well, in tight cup matches, the first score can be so important. Gilson 16 or 17 metres in from the touchline, sends that on its way. Oh, it's a good contact, excellent kick from Gilson, and made that look very simple.
And really good for his confidence as well, and the team. Some really nice play, good offloading play between Deegan and Cregan. Early stages, Cregan instrumental, playing a captain's role in the early points.
That's right. Behind you all the way.
So Matthew Gilson gets St. Michael's in front. It's Blackrock College 0, St. Michael's College 3. Sean Kearns with a restart, hangs one up. Good chase by Blackrock. The tackle dislodged the ball, but it went backwards. Tom Maloney doing his best to recover it for St. Michael's. Michael's have the possession. Pass deep into the 22, but again it's taken into the 22. No option to go for the touchline. Blackrock were back waiting. Gavin Duffy now. Joey Carberry rather. Intercept on the halfway line. Whistle blows. St. Michael's were offside. It looked a bit simple.
Well spotted referee as well. Often you've seen referees give them, and to much disgust of the crowd, but well on hand, well spotted, and another good attacking platform for Blackrock.
Another one was very close here on the ball.
We see it again. Must have been pulled a little bit earlier than that. Maybe he hadn't got himself all the way back behind the last foot in the ruck. It's the offside line the referee has to judge from. Blackrock, another line out just inside this St. Michael's 22 this time. A little bit overthrown, but they have possession. Good defence. Cregan was there to make the tackle.
Last foot, last foot.
Blackrock looking to just punch a hole somewhere in the St. Michael's defence. Going sideways a little bit now. Struggling to get much past that 22-metre line.
Captain!
Brady gets the ball out, moves it infield. Again, it's the big man. It's the captain, Timony. Penalty comes, the support players just blocking, I think.
It was a harsh one as well. Support runner was coming off Timony, looking for the ball. Here you'll see it. Expecting the pass from Timony, kept running. Very hard not to take him out when you're going at that kind of pace.
I think it was Conor Oliver, the flanker, coming in. He was committed to take the pass. St. Michael's can clear, and they found touch.
I tell you, he was running a very, very good line there.
St. Michael's coach Andy Skeen looking on.
You know, it's great to have consistency in coaching as well. Both teams benefiting from having the same coaching team there for the last few years, and that helps the teams. And we've seen a lot of players repeated there from last season and being brought through. The succession planning in those players is really strong, which leads to better teams.
The ball bobbling around. Blackrock have stolen possession in this line out. Moves the ball on. St. Michael's defence holding strong in midfield once again. Forcing Kearns to kick on this occasion. He's got great height on that one. Dealt with though, very controlled at from fullback by Gavin Duffy. And he's a good clearance downfield. Blackrock appeal, but that one bounced in play.
Absolutely inch perfect. And it was a good decision from Blackrock to kick, because Timony had been caught behind the gain line. They were going nowhere. Put it down. They put the pressure back on the opposition. But great return from Michaels.
Blackrock a little bit of defending to do from one of their own lineouts.
Lineouts outside. We're outside.
It was an excellent kick from Gavin Duffy. Lineout. Blackrock went short of the front. Steal away from that 22-metre line.
Stay rocked. No.
Kearns kicks downfield as well. Kicks infield, bounces around.
Stay 7.
Inviting the kick and chase. as he got it into space. Good catch on the run and diving by his opposite number, Joey Carberry. And from inside his 22, he can go straight for touch, and that's an excellent clearance, almost up to the 10-metre line in the other half.
Battle of the fullbacks there. Carberry doing really well, taking that gives him precious extra milliseconds to get a good angle and get himself a good kick. Great return from the fullback.
Ronan Callagher, throw to this line out, scored a try against Terranure in the first round. Competition for the ball, it bobbles around awkwardly, it's gone forward off a Blackrock hand.
You know, in ways it's a pity that these teams meet this early, because they're two such strong teams, but on the flip side it gives other teams an opportunity to get into those close semi-final and final stages. But two fantastic teams, and two teams that have been great servants to both Leinster and Irish rugby in the past few years. The academy system's working, the school system's working, and Irish rugby's future is very strong.
Picked off the base by Max Deegan.
Last one, white.
Didn't make too much progress. St. Michael's moving the ball. A little bit static receiving the pass. They're forced to kick. Sits up nicely. Joey Carberry looking for support, goes infield. Zach O'Hagan. Another real threat in the Blackrock backline. St. Michael's defending well. Have they conceded? Penalty, yes they have. Not releasing in the tackle. Blackrock had plenty of numbers there in support of the ball carrier.
I tell you, Michaels were lucky as well, because Blackrock had numbers on this near side and they were all lined up really well. There was mismatches there, a lot of forwards against backs.
I think this is a good decision that Sean Kearns was having a look at the touchline and having a look at the posts, and he's bang in the middle of the field, so the posts aren't that much further away than the touchline. He wasn't going to gain too much territory. If he went for the line, it'd be a long way to the corner. Here's a replay of what led to the penalty.
It's very difficult to get out of the way. Michael's players saying, the referee saying they're not getting away from the ball. Very difficult when you have that many players in there. But it is a good decision, because 15 minutes in, you need points on the board, and they need to feel they've been rewarded for the amount of good play that they've had so far.
So almost halfway between the 10-metre line and the halfway line, but pretty straight. Sean Kearns with the opportunity to level the scores. He's given it a mighty thump. Hasn't got enough. Just about has. That's a superb kick by Sean Kearns. And a shot to nothing in one way, but I think they decided to go for goal, because the benefit for the touchline wasn't too good. He had a look at the post, then the touchline, then the post again. There was a bit of a chat. He gave that a terrific belt.
Absolutely, and perfect style of kick as well. And getting Blackrock into the game. They needed points on the board for confidence perspective.
Blackrock College 3, St. Michael's 3. We've played 17 minutes of the first half.
Like that is a perfect play now from Blackrock. Clearance play, just get out of pressure situations. You don't see that sometimes at a professional level, and that's just absolutely perfect. Get the ball, get it straight back there. If you get it around halfway, you're happy. Getting it into the opposition half, even better. Fantastic play.
St. Michael's win that line-out possession. Using a big crash runner in midfield. Have they managed to hold the ball carrier up here? There's a lot of Blackrock shirts around that ball carrier. And there's arms around the ball as well. It's difficult to see how St. Michael's will get this one out. They don't. And Blackrock win the possession and get the put into the scrum.
You know, we often look at the last play for being the reason why you see a turnover like that. That came all the way from runners coming off the St. Michael's line out. Runners were too flat, so they ran bad lines. That allowed opposition to get in and get good tackles in there, and hence the turnover. Depth of running from a forward in particular is so important, because you can pick your line of running, you can dip your shoulder, and you can go hell for leather into space.
Stay down, back row.
Brady rolls in and feeds the ball out to Kearns. One skipped in the line. Blackrock moving quickly. Get the ball wide, but the St. Michael's defence read that. Swept across well. Quick ball for Blackrock. Dave O'Connor trying to sneak through a gap. The ball comes out the side. Oh, referee's given the penalty for coming in from the side. St. Michael's might have ordered that to go on. The ball was hoofed clear.
On the 5 there.
Instead, they get the penalty 5 metres in from the touchline. Very little angle to work with. They get it past halfway. Just get some idea there from the touch judge's flag. The breeze that's blowing is favouring Blackrock in the first half. St. Michael's good possession from the line out again. A good, well-organised maul here. Changing the line of attack, the point of attack. James Ryan was eventually wrapped up, but the ball is there. St. Michael's. Duggan gets it away. Quick hands, a little bit of space opens up for Tom Maloney. Racing into space. Can he get the pass away? Well, it's not going to matter. We're coming back. The referee's whistle is gone. I didn't hear it. The coming back penalty to Blackrock on the 10-metre line.
Tell you, we need to see that again. There's a lot of bodies around that space. In live play, I didn't see the player being taken out by a blocker. Here we see.
Adam Levy was the one making a little bit of space.
You know, Levy didn't make contact with any player. He actually held them. It looked like he held them on a dummy run.
Keep the gap now.
Would feel a little bit aggrieved from a Michael's perspective.
Michael's get up and steal that possession. It's bubbling around dangerously just outside. Now inside the 22. Clearance, not the cleanest of kicks. Past halfway, back to Timoney. Looks to accelerate into the cover. Took the long way around, made the tackle easy. Brady whips it out to Kearns, who's caught as well, but got his body across the ball. Left it back, Brady pops it up short this time. Onto it comes Hugo Keane. Brady missed the man. St. Michael's pushed back into their own half here, and they're a little bit disorganised. They need to get back quickly and protect the ball.
Play on.
And the ball is out. Have St. Michael's turned that over? They have indeed. Can they switch it quickly? They've gone to the narrow side. Blackrock had cover there. Decision to switch now. Good strong tackle comes in on the 10-metre line. St. Michael's attempt to show a little snipe close to the ruck. Got forward 3 or 4 metres, but that was all. Cregan, who's been well watched by Blackrock here today. Matthew Gilson and tries to step inside the tackle. St. Michael's just injecting a little bit of pace into the game. They need to inject some power there to protect the ball. That one was easy to read for the Blackrock defence. St. Michael's have been slowed down here. They decide to kick, little grubber kick through, bounces it high. And Joey Carberry, I think, wisely left that one go 8 to touch.
And I think it was Lockman. They're very, very lucky. We saw a yellow card in the last phase for Clongowes. Similar type of tackle for throwing the player, but great endeavour by Hugo Keane in defence. 2 tackles in a row, straight back to his feet, making a nuisance himself at the ruck. And all that hard work by him causes Michael's needing to kick as the snow comes down in Donnybrook.
Well, it's a pretty sight. It's not too good for the 2 sets of players. Hopefully it won't get any heavier than this. Two sets of players taking on some water. The medical staff are on.
Okay.
You know, one of the things there we saw Blackrock getting caught behind the gain line twice. Then on a second occasion, ball squirts out. That's when you get rid of the ball and you get it down there. And we saw Clongowes in the last in the previous quarterfinal doing that really, really well. When they got caught behind the gain line, they kicked. They just got it down there, put the pressure back on the opposition.
Let's keep them.
Well, back with the live action. It's a line out for Blackrock inside their own 22. Hugo Keane to throw. Lots of chopping and changing. St. Michael's got hands up, but it's gone forward off those hands. Scrum for Blackrock now.
Very, very welcome from Blackrock. Just even the snowfall that's coming down now, you can see it's swirling around, which is just showing you what the wind is like down there. And even though that snowfall is there, it actually impairs vision as well. So you have to keep the ball in tighter, tighten up every phase of your play, and send the ball down into corners, because players become disorientated when snow comes down like this.
Good control in the scrum. Timoney breaks away, going cross field. Leaves him a bit open for a steal, but the ball goes back. It's a long way to the touchline. Kearns, that was swirling viciously, and he's found a great touch.
And that's a case in point of what this kind of weather does to it. Disorientates players. They're not used to actually taking the ball in that kind of weather.
Well, does play tricks on the eyes. It was a very difficult one for Tom Maloney to take. Well, the supporters have decided to stay in the terrace on the far side, maybe regretting their decision now. It's not too bad here under the cover of the stand. Well, the throw not straight in the line out. Just some errors creeping into the game. 10 minutes to go to half-time.
And you see those errors, they'll come in more and more unless players tighten up phases. You've got to tighten up pick and goes from your forwards. Bring that. Both teams have very, very forward packs. Bring it in tighter. Play a 10-man rugby for the next until half-time and settle the nerves.
Well, the game could not be more finely balanced. Blackrock 3, St. Michael's 3. They've put on the floodlights at Donnybrook. Almost help with a vision. Timoney breaks down the narrow side. Well watched by Tom Maloney, put in a good tackle. Jeremy Lockman, the prop forward, was stopped. Brady gets the ball away again. Kearns. The referee said the ball went backwards. Now who's going to come up with possession? Blackrock have it. Jack Power looking to ghost through a gap. He wasn't able to do that. The ball back to Kearns, who moves it on infield. Conor Oliver into contact, driving forward. Blackrock, good support of the ball carrier. Get over the ball and make sure it stays alive. Just a little slip on the surface. Was the ball controlled? Somehow Blackrock keep it alive. There's a little bit of space here. O'Hagan tries a little chip and chase. Well watched by St. Michael's. They needed the extra man back there, and he did the perfect job.
It's just a pity that ball didn't stay in play. Blackrock had so many numbers out this side, had the ball come back.
Hey, that's not going to be helpful.
Oh, Blackrock still on the attack here. They have the throw to this line out halfway between the halfway line and the St. Michael's 22.
St. Michael's, 2 meters, receiver.
They go to the front. Conor Oliver with the take. Blackrock get them all set.
One stop.
And here comes the drive.
Keep going, Michael.
And this is good from Blackrock. On towards the 22-meter line, breaking away a little bit now. The whistle blows. St. Michael's come in from the side. Penalty awarded. Now, what do they do here? They can go for the corner. That's the decision. It's a tight angle. 6 meters in from the touchline.
Such a confidence booster to get a penalty from that when you're really going places. Now they've got to repeat this exact same thing. Probably a shift drives, just some little variation of what they just did, so the opposition so they're not so predictable to the opposition.
Step, 2 meters.
Hugo Keane just checking his call. Ball taken by Keane O'Dwyer. Throw not straight though.
Not straight.
Oh, that's a pity. Blackrock supporters groan when they heard that decision. Oh, no let up in the snow, Aidan.
You have to get the old luminous ball out.
Now, let's control the drive post engagement. Crowd
Phillips, the referee, maybe ruining his decision to wear the short sleeve shirt. Oh, turnover in the scrum from Blackrock. Stuck 8 metres short of the line. The ball is moved quickly. Brady throws it, one more power out wide. Is it going to be touchdown?
Touch is fine.
Dudley Phillips wants a word with the touch judge. The decision is a try, and Blackrock get the first try of the game. Just short of 30 minutes gone.
Fantastic running by Timony. Captain's work by him, running straight into the but the work afterwards. While you see this, Timony
he's turned over in the scrum.
Straight pumps the legs. Watch this, into contact, great support. And then this fast ball was key. I thought Michaels had numbers initially. Great hands at the end. Both touch judge and referee right on hand to reward the try.
Hugo Keenan the one to touch it down. Sean Kearns has the opportunity to add the 2 points for the conversion. Successful with his first kick. That was from a long way out. This one now a much tighter angle. You just can't quite tell from that picture how heavy the snow falling is. Is it going to curl back? Oh, it almost did, you know, but still stayed to the right-hand side and wide. Not a bad effort from Sean Kearns. A very, very difficult angle.
You could barely see what he was aiming at there. And one of the key men in that move was Kinsley coming in, rooking out on Timony really, really fast to ensure a quick ball. One man, because Timony's carry was so strong, one man was all that was needed to ensure a quick ball for Blackrock and ultimately a try.
Blackrock 8, St. Michael's 3.
One, stop.
Kearns' clearance doesn't quite find touch. St. Michael's coming on the counter-attack. Getting very, very difficult to see the players out there. Glad it wasn't snowing on Sunday when it was Clongowes against Blackrock. It was difficult enough to tell those two sides apart. The snow wouldn't have helped, against Belvedere. Oh, nice little step. St. Michael's forced into touch. Tom Maloney is well tackled and shepherded across the touchline.
You know, you're always tempted to go for the outside as a winger there, but sometimes you're better off playing the percentages. What that means is being safe, coming in on a switch there. Well, you see this coming in. You had 3 players coming across an angle. Very, very difficult for Maloney. Cutting back in, ensures you keep possession and keeps all the pressure on.
Well, can St. Michael's put some pressure onto the line out instead. Blackrock, ball bobbles around. Has it gone forward? Referee said it went backwards as Dane Fitzpatrick throws his body on the ball to protect possession. And Kearns gets the clearance away. He's got great distance on that again. Oh, it's almost all the way to the 22. That's a huge, huge kick from Sean Kearns.
That is a monster of a kick, and if you just look at Michael's forwards running back there, that is one of the worst feelings when you're out playing, to have to run back the guts of 70 metres when you've been in an attacking position. It's absolutely heartbreaking, and Blackrock have an opportunity to put their foot on the neck.
Yeah, another score for Blackrock now before the half-time break would be a huge psychological blow. They come up with possession. The ball's obviously getting a little bit slippy. Brady away to Kearns once again, just pops up a short ball. It wasn't easy for Kinsley to take. Well, went forward off a St. Michael's hand in the line out, so we come back for that. No advantage accruing to Blackrock.
Just a little bit of hesitation there from Kearns. A bit of miscommunication. You could see that with the pass in the end. Well, you see this firstly, Lockman wins it. Ball comes back. Little bit of hesitation. That's why you see this little loop pass. Will I give it, won't I?
Well, not sure whether Blackrock knew they had the advantage of the scrum coming, but they will get the put into the scrum.
And you have to say, John, the score really reflects how the play has gone. Both sides were so delicately poised, 3-all for such a long time. But Blackrock just getting that opportunity, being clinical when they got it and executing to great effect.
Yeah, it came after after a good passage of pressure from Blackrock. The chance looked like it had slipped away when they'd throw to the line. It wasn't straight, but they turned over ball in that scrum. Very difficult to defend that as well when there's a sudden turnover in a dangerous area like that.
Turnovers are absolutely it's the reason why defense is so important. When you get a turnover, you're in an attacking mindset, and all of a sudden you have to change into the defensive one, and you're not in defense mode, both from a position perspective and mentality perspective.
Timoney breaks from the base of the scrum again. It takes two St. Michael's players to bring him to the ground. Blackrock move it through the hands once again. Joey Carberry stepping inside the first tackle. Then St. Michael's get there to bring him to the ground. Blackrock plenty of cover wide here. Couldn't get the ball out. They set up the maul and come the other direction to attack. Timoney once again stuck just on that 22-metre line. Burns. Timoney unable to hold on to the ball. St. Michael's counter-attack from deep. They decide to kick. And the ball sits up nicely. Joey Carberry was quick to react to the danger. St. Michael's not quite putting enough pressure on the kicker. Underneath the clearance was Matthew Gilson, and he goes high and crossfield. And just a little bit of indecision, and the high ball not held.
Looked like it went back though.
Just a little bit awkward. Player when he stretches his arms out in front like that, it makes, just for the referee, it does look like a knock-on, even if it comes through the hands. You always say, Aidan, stand around sideways, and then it's obvious it goes backwards if you miss it.
If you stand sideways, shepherd it back onto your own side. The referee definitely knows it was backwards, and the pitch starting to cut up now. That didn't look forward at all.
Conor Oliver will be here. Pleased to hear you say that, Aidan. It doesn't matter though, it is a scrum. Picked from the back by Deegan. The ball, really, both sets of players struggling now. Whether it's the ball, maybe their hands have just got very, very cold indeed. St. Michael's into the 22. Can they get a score before the half-time break? Harry Redmond. Prop forward, drove into contact here. St. Michael's need to be careful they don't run out of space here. Change the direction now. Long pass infield to Cosgrave. Gilson was lined up, tackled, driven outside the 22. There might be numbers here if St. Michael's can come right. Keep the ball in hand. James Ryan was tackled. And now Blackrock have got the defensive line reorganised. And defending on the front foot here. Pick and go, referee's arm shoots out, penalty advantage coming. So St. Michael's will get the chance to narrow the score.
Tough one there. I think that was on Lockman. Just needed to come to the hindmost foot, make it very, very obvious to the referee. You just see him here, stays in there, doesn't come back. Referee gives it to him.
So Marshall Hackett stepped back half a metre, he was okay.
Yeah, no, and sometimes it's about giving the illusion that you are, he looked okay there, in fact, but make it very obvious to the referee.
Water off, fellas.
Gilson
successful with his first shot at goal.
Fellas, that's the last
tighter angled in this similar distance.
No, sometimes you need to talk to the referee and tell him I'm onside, referee, I'm onside, especially when you're not, or especially where you're in the grey area.
Gilson, and this is a very, very important kick for St. Michael's. Gilson kept his concentration, gave it another good strike through the uprights. Referee blows the half-time whistle. Here's a shot again. Gilson's penalty. Excellent strike from him. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. The snow has eased off. Half-time score at Donnybrook. Blackrock 8, St. Michael's 6.
This weekend on the Setanta Sports Pack. On Friday night, Grenoble host Clermont in the top 14. On Saturday, FA Cup action with Sunderland v Southampton. Then later, Cork clash with Limerick at Porky Rin, while Tipperary take on Waterford in the Allianz Leagues. Plus, on Sunday, Arsenal v Liverpool in the FA Cup. This weekend on the Setanta Sports Pack.
Rustlers, satisfy your hunger monkey.
For the next step on your education journey, Stillorgan College of Further Education offers courses in digital film, web design, animation, gaming, journalism, art, photography, multimedia, tourism, and many other courses designed to give you the essential skills for today's jobs. Our FETEC certified courses also offer a route to many degree courses in universities and institutes of technology through FETEC's Link Scheme. Whether you're looking to upskill, retrain, or progress to further studies, Stillorgan College is your one-stop shop. Enroll now at stillorgancollege.ie.
3 months free data plus endless texts when you switch to Vodafone. No need to top up. Vodafone pay as you go. Real value to help friends be friends.
I travel each and every highway
and more, much more than this.
I did it my way. I faced it all and I stood tall and did it my way.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
Thinking Volkswagen? Think MSL Volkswagen. MSL.ie.
Ross O'Carroll Kelly is back to the future. Breaking Dad, the brand new Ross O'Carroll Kelly play at the Gaiety Theatre for 3 weeks only. Tickets on sale now.
Baru Stoves, bringing industry back to Ireland where it belongs. All Baru stoves are 100% made in Ireland. Efficiencies of up to 83%, which are independently verified. Styles to suit every taste, from traditional to the ultra-contemporary. All stoves have airwash technology as standard to keep the glass clean. See our catalogue online at barustoves.ie or call to find your local stockist. Fire your desire with the Baru stove.
Captain America's Cookhouse and Bar, Dublin and Cork. The perfect choice for tasty grub, cool pints, and all your favourite sports on the big screen. Choose from our extensive menu of classic cookhouse dishes, including sizzling steaks and mouth-watering burgers. All prepared with pride using 100% Irish beef. Grab a pint and a proper feed. Kick back and enjoy all your favourite sports action at Captain America's, Crafton Street at Blanchardstown in Dublin and South Main Street, Cork.
Break up with lingering food. Keep an extra white bottle pack close by and help maintain your teeth's natural whiteness.
Eat, drink, chew. Extra.
You're very welcome back to Donnybrook, bathed in sunshine now in the late afternoon. The score here, it's Blackrock College 8, St. Michael's 6. Very, very tight, Aidan. Impossible to call.
It's a tough one to call, isn't it? Anything can change.
Well, here's the only try we've seen so far. Timony bursting off a turnover ball in the scrum.
Look at the support here coming in. Kinsley. That ensured the quick ball. And look, I thought they'd run out of space there. He just squeezes in.
Yeah, good strength by Hugo Keenan. He had to brace himself and get his body low to make sure he wasn't cleaned into touch.
You know, Michaels will be kicking themselves because they actually had numbers there. They didn't all commit to that ruck. They spread out really well. They just didn't execute defence well.
Well, the sides have headed into the changing rooms for the half-time break. Give them a chance to warm up a little bit. Here come Blackrock back, ready for the second half. Well, made to wait at the start of the first half. I wonder will it happen again.
And it's a tough one to prepare for. I remember playing a game like this, really, really icy cold. We went in and there was warm buckets of warm water to put your hands into, because literally your hands are that cold. But you wouldn't have that preparation. You wouldn't be expecting the snow to come down so strong. And I don't think I've ever seen a game where the floodlights are turned on and then off again. I know we're in a recession, but...
Well, certainly don't need them now, but it could get dark again pretty quick. Blackrock get themselves into a huddle. They have their noses in front here, but it's 2 points, so any score from St. Michael's at this stage would get the side for this college from Marion Road into the lead. Here come the St. Michael's side. Have they got enough in the tank to pull this one back and pull off a famous victory? They lost in the final to Blackrock at the RDS last March, remember.
Just hang on a second.
Dudley Phillips, the referee, just checking everyone's ready. We'll get the second half underway in just a moment.
Got to use that sun. Look at that sun in the players' eyes. Put it nice and high. Good kick chase on it.
And Sean Kearns gets the second half underway. Gets good height on that one. Oh, Blackrock managed to steal the ball. Looked like a safe take by St. Michael's. Tristan Brady's attempt to snipe was just held up. Blackrock have it again. Looks like the big men are going to have a pick and go. Brady back to his feet, gets the ball outside, no way through there for Keane O'Dwyer.
Vantage over!
Picked this time from Gwaelin Doris.
Michael.
Michael's forced to put in a lot of tackles. An early score here for Blackrock could be key to the end result of this game. Blackrock patient, on they go. The referee's arm is out. Advantage being played here for Blackrock.
Still playing advantage white.
And the ball squirts back on the Blackrock side. Now the whistle goes, no advantage. St. Michael's coming in from the side.
Brady did very well. He got into a position there where he was tackled by both players, sandwiched in effect. When you get caught like that, often when you stretch to give the pass like he did, you often see the ball turned over. He did really well to get it back, and the penalty came eventually.
Well, we see the replay again. Good pressure from Blackrock, well controlled.
What they're doing well is working as a team, both players working in twos, not just one-off carries where you're always in danger of being turned over.
Well, Sean Kearns is setting the ball on the kicking tee. 1 from 2 in the first half. First kick at the posts at the Wesley end. St. Michael's made one change at half-time. Rory Mulvihill in the front row has been replaced by Owen O'Neill. Kearns 2 steps up to the ball, chips it through the uprights. Blackrock extend that lead back to 5 points.
Just highlighting the importance of taking the kick from a kickoff. Blackrock using that sun to great effect. The error comes, slippy ball, and eventually the 3 points.
Blackrock College 11, St. Michael's College 6. St. Michael's putting pressure there with a good chase. Blackrock couldn't get a kick away the first attempt. Sean Kearns drills it downfield now into the centre, taken by Gavin Duffy. Streaking back towards his big men for support, gets ahead of them. That was good work by Duffy. Difficult to get the ball away. Blackrock really putting a lot of pressure on St. Michael's. Ball carrier. Dave Duggan got the ball away. St. Michael's now burst a little hole in the defence. Get some forward momentum here. Oisin Dowling was just stopped in his track, but Michael's a few metres outside the 22. Cregan hit hard, driven backwards, but he keeps the ball alive. On the pole moved, worked all the way wide. Max Deegan was there. Big number 8 was the man out wide. St. Michael's need to get it away from there quickly. They've done well. Duggan moved it quickly infield. James Ryan is tackled. It's there again for Duggan. Oh, the up and under's just sliced away to the right-hand side. Difficult one, comes back on the St. Michael's side though.
Last 1 point.
Cregan unable to get away with the loose ball, threw his body to the ground to protect it. This is a huge amount of energy being used by St. Michael's, but they've just been pushed back by Blackrock. The penalty comes eventually, Blackrock not releasing.
And they'll be happy they got something after expending all that energy. Oftentimes you're better off just when you're caught behind the game line like they had been, just send it down there, put all the pressure back on the opposition. But that's worked out well and a good attacking position.
Matthew Gilson and sends it into touch inside the 22. Blackrock preparing a substitution. And Fanning is coming in.
Keep the gap now, okay? Let's keep the gap. Keep the gap now.
It's great to see the subs being used as well. They do the same amount of work as the rest of the team. They've been there all, both last year, this year, working away. It's great to see them be rewarded and get some game time.
St. Michael's secure possession, do they, at the front of the line out? No, Blackrock have turned it over once again. Whipped back to Sean Kearns. He had to hurry. The clearance got under it slightly. That was taken well. Is there a little bit of space here for St. Michael's? Rushin Amara took the ball, kept driving his legs forward. Oh, is there a turnover? Luckman's got his arms around the ball. And St. Michael's steal it back. No, Blackrock have it. Now they've men here if they can move the ball left. Well, shifted out of the tackle on that occasion, but it just closed off the space. Blackrock have the ball. Whistle blows. It's a scrum to St. Michael's. Good work by St. Michael's to get that back.
Good work at the breakdown by both teams in defence. Really working hard, not letting up, and it's paying off.
Yeah, the ball just rolled forward slightly when Blackrock tried to release it.
You just always need to work hard at ruck time, counter-rucking, making a nuisance of yourself, and something might just come like we just saw.
St. Michael's making a change in the second row. In McGrath getting ready to come on.
It's getting very slippery down there as well now, John. That snow taking effect. Pitch is starting to cut up a little bit.
There's confirmation of that change in the St. Michael's second row. Blackrock, we're readying there, number 19 as well, Owen Fanning, but he's still waiting to come on.
Okay, yeah.
Medical staff, water carriers head to the side. Dudley Phillips gets the scrum ready to form. St. Michael's need to get a score soon. Just 5 points between the sides. The longer it goes on with that margin, the more comfortable Blackrock will feel. St. Michael's have it. Good work by Tristan Brady to just make things awkward for his opposite number, Duggan. St. Michael's doing well to recover. There's a player down though.
Ball down.
There's a clash of heads maybe. The referee wisely stops the play. I didn't see what happened, Aidan.
Looked like a clash of heads just after the ball had been given out.
Catch what happened here. It was good pressure by Tristan Brady. Oh, Duggan. Didn't quite pick it up. St. Michael's have James O'Connell ready to come on. James O'Connell played a part in the St. Michael's win in the first round. Andy Skeen, the St. Michael's coach, looking on. And
we scrum down Michael's ball, team possession style.
James O'Connell has headed in. Dave Duggan makes way.
He's had a good game, Dave Duggan, as well.
Yeah, sitting up, that's good to see. He's a little bit dazed. Now there's his replacement on screen as well, James O'Connell. Yeah, it's good rugby. Any head injury at all, and the player's taken away. Just to be absolutely safe and secure. He's okay, shakes hands with his replacement.
Nice little touch that from Dave Duggan. He looks okay, that's good news.
Down the middle.
Straight into the action for James O'Connell to put the ball into this scrum. Back to scrum a few moments ago, same position. Blackrock heels on their own 22-metre line.
Always hard for the mothers out there looking on.
Crouch. 5. Ready. Set. Ready. Hold it.
Gets the ball away, but holding in the scrum. This Blackrock scrum half being pulled back here. Just watch the Blackrock number 9.
I think it was Deegan here, look at this.
And after what happened a moment ago when Brady got in to cause a bit of trouble, Blackrock, or St. Michael's, trying to protect their scrum half on that occasion, did so outside the laws, and Dudley Phillips spotted the infringement.
You know, you do it as a back rower, but you don't get seen, that's the key.
Keep the gap now, get them on line with you.
So Blackrock will leave the lines. They get the throw to this line at just outside the 10-metre line. Pull back a little bit awkwardly, but Blackrock have it. Just forced back 3 or 4 metres. A little quick interchange there. Didn't fool the St. Michael's defence. Has it created a little bit of space for the men out wider. Kearns opts to kick. Finds a good space inside the 22. There's very little angle here. St. Michael's choose not to find the safety of touch and go long instead. Taken by the try scorer, Hugo Keenan. There's a good chase here. Great tackle by Joey Carberry. Timed his chase and tackled perfectly. Brave take by St. Michael's, and they secure the ball. Kick clear. That's staying in play as well. Just hanging up there awkwardly. Blackrock have to change the point of attack, and they find touch. Ball skidding across the surface. St. Michael's are across. Gavin Duffy. As he just stepped outside the 22, doesn't matter, hasn't found touch. Jack Power tackled, but popped the ball infield to Ian Kinsley. Blackrock now, plenty of bodies in midfield, and they burst a small hole in the defence. Quickly recycle. Can they move it here? They decide to kick. It's a little bit cross-field. That's a little bit too far.
That's a pity. Some great play by Blackrock. Kick chase. Players going up to block down the ball. Good carry.
Put Rock on the 10, okay?
In the middle there. By Dave O'Connor. He's a real prospect. I think we'll see him in a Leinster jersey in the future. Good carry by him. Pity about the possession afterwards. Just needed to go through the hands. A little bit of panic. And overcooked into touch.
Robin Cosgrave feeling the effects. Something just getting stretched by the physio. There's Owen Fanning, who's come into the action for Blackrock. And I think it's Dave O'Connor's heading to the side. She seems to be limping a little bit.
Keane O'Dwyer comes off. He's had a good game. Good industrious game from the second row. And great work back there from Jack Power to keep the ball in field. He was good footwork initially after taking the kick. Gives himself that little bit of extra time to get the pass away and keep it in play.
St. Michael's win the ball on the line out. Cregan.
3. Stay, Michaels. Stay 7. 3, stop.
Cosgrave got the clearance away downfield. Again, good chase from Blackrock, putting pressure on the catcher. St. Michael's get players across, but he's bundled into touch. That's a line out for Blackrock.
Let's go, White.
Well, the ball bobbling around there, a bit of a battle for it. Blackrock have it. Caelan Doris running crossfield was well tackled, but presents the ball nicely. Blackrock calling the big man in the form of Jeremy Lockman on that occasion. Will pop up ball to the new man in, Owen Fanning. Kearns kicks crossfield. That's a beauty of a kick from Sean Kearns, and St. Michael's pushed further back inside the 22.
It's a fantastic kick into the corner. Really good work. Such a joy again for the whole team. It lifts your side when your out half just gets a beauty of a kick into the corner like that. Puts all the pressure back on St. Michael's.
A really important throw now for Ronan Kelleher. Blackrock supporters over there making lots of noise, making it difficult for St. Michael's to hear the calls here. Go long, good take, was the throw okay? Referee, no indication there's a problem. St. Michael's have it. Edging Blackrock out towards the 22. Back now for the clearance.
St. Michael's, stop! 19!
Kick hooked a little bit, doesn't find touch. Blackrock can counter-attack from a good field position here. Kinsley steps inside, one tackle, but was brought to the ground. Doris on the burst once again. He's well tackled. Ball back deep, long-range drop goal attempt. Never quite got hold of it. It's just an awkward one though, bobbling outside the 22. This time St. Michael's can clear on an easier angle. They find a good touch.
It's a great return as well. Gavin Duffy's had a fine game at fullback for Michael's.
Number 10, Michael's.
Can St. Michael's put a bit of pressure here on the Blackrock line?
Receiver.
They're on their own 10-metre line. Hugo keen to throw. St. Michael's get up and they have turned it over in the line out. Good work. O'Connell busy since he's come in at scrum half. The ball moved into midfield. Is there a bit of space? Referee deciding that there was no illegal blocking on this occasion. St. Michael's, though, struggling to make progress. Cregan gets across the 10-metre line. And Blackrock concede. Don't roll away. They give away the penalty.
Good decision with the referee there, and great work from Cregan. It's not just about the carry, it's about his work rate to get into that position to carry the ball. Really leading his side.
Careful of that.
Gilsonen with the penalty from the hand, finds a good touch. Just a few metres outside the 22. Will be another change made before Rory Cosgrave making way. Carl Victory coming on.
Didn't count them in, yeah? Hold the throw, please, Dave.
Yeah, Gilson will move into outside half. Victory's taking up his position on the wing. Just a little bit scrappy, but St. Michael's have the possession. Can they get on their feet and get a maul moving here? Still a few metres outside that 22, making a little bit of progress. They need to be patient, move the ball infield. Gilson had to wait for it slightly. Receives the ball back. Have they created the overlap here? Whistle has gone though. Crossing in midfield once again.
Such a pity. It was really well done. Really nice soft hands on the loop. And just, yeah, need to when you're overrunning like that, when you're running that blocker line, you just cannot make contact with the opposition. You need to hold them, but not make contact with them. The fine art.
Oh, Sean Kearns is giving a huge punt downfield. Here's a replay of the crossing.
He takes out 2 men. You cannot do that. You just have to run the line, but not make contact. But what a return kick! Another absolute beauty.
Well, that opportunity slips away for St. Michael's. They have to keep their heads up here. There's plenty of time. Whistle blows before the throw comes there.
Hooker.
Tell you, that worked out well for Blackrock. Now they have a chance to get the call right.
Gap, okay?
And that's one of the effects of Keane O'Dwyer going off. A little bit of confusion at line-out time for Blackrock. Leads to Michael's turnover.
Again, they throw it long over the top. Didn't learn their lesson the first time. St. Michael's up to halfway. Cregan moves the ball on. Just a little bit flat there. But O'Neill did well. The pass is there, but the pass not held. Whistle blows, scrum for Blackrock. I think St. Michael's are just beginning to try and hurry things here a little bit. They want to stay calm.
Yeah, you know, you saw Conor Oliver getting a bit of a knock over in the far side. Now's the time to actually take advantage of that knock. Break the stride for Michaels. Those things have a massive effect, especially when somebody's getting their gander up, when they're getting into the game. Break that little bit of phase. An injury might help, for example.
Hold it!
Timony controlling the ball at the base. Pass floated in front of Kearns, who kicks crossfield for the corner. And he's judged it again. Another beauty from Kearns. Well, he's playing a sensible game here. A side of 5 points in front. And he just wants to keep St. Michael's deep in their own half.
Tell you what, he is breaking Michael's hearts today. Some absolutely beautiful kicks from him. That end over end just floating in. And all Michaels can do is watch it go over the line. And they're under huge pressure again.
Another important line out defensively for St. Michael's. As they go to the front, secure possession. Blackrock are there trying to drive the ball carrier into touch. And from deep inside their own territory, the box kick clear. Didn't get a huge amount of territory. There's a bit of space opening up for Carberry into the 22. He's tackled. Tristan Brady reaches in. Hugo Keane came on the burst, but stopped by the sky blue shirts. The ball is there. Blackrock go the other direction this time. Good offload from the tackle by Timony. St. Michael's again putting in the tackles. They'll just roll a little bit awkwardly, slowed Blackrock down a little bit. O'Connor driving, but stopped in his tracks. Blackrock 10 meters out now. Bursting run comes from Oliver, but he couldn't find a way through either. Blackrock just increasing the pressure here, increasing the intensity slightly. St. Michael's have to defend, have to tackle hard. They can't afford to give away a penalty. Brady has to play it, keeps the ball tight. And a pick and go once again. This is energy sapping stuff for the defenders. All the Blackrock players waiting wide, screaming for the ball here. Little change of direction. O'Connor goes this time, stopped 5 meters short of the line. Now the ball moved a little bit wider. Kearns moves it on. Is there an opportunity for the touchdown here? There is indeed. Jack Power, the vice captain, gets in. He had a man outside, but he backed himself. And an excellent finish. The real team try, Aidan.
Absolutely, and really well done. That's scrum. Look at that brave touchdown as well. Hard one to do on the move like that, on the tackle, right under his crowd. Fantastic score, as you said, team score. Sapped all the energy and all the defence out of Michaels in the early stages through the forwards. That tightens up all the defence because they have to take a step in, create space somewhere out wide. And Power being the man who executes.
Sean Kearns with 2 out of 3 as the conversion attempt. Really tricky angle for the right-footed kicker. successful with a penalty in each half. And a great angle here. You really get a perfect view of what is facing the Blackrock out half. Oh, just cut the ground slightly behind the ball. It's pulled across the face of the goal. It's just a little let off for St. Michael's, but they still trail by 10 points here.
It really was a fantastic score. Milking it all the way through the forwards. Energy sapping stuff for Michael's. And now they have to get back in this game.
Blackrock College 16, St. Michael's 6. Restart taken by Brady, back to Kearns. Hasn't found touch. Max Deegan charging down the wing. Oh, he stepped out. Should have stepped in field, I think.
Absolutely impossible. Possible way to go through there from Deegan. Needs to come in field. That takes the rest of his team into the game instead of stepping away from them. And the time is ticking for St. Michael's.
Oh, Sean Kearns just needs a little bit of attention. Maybe stretched the hamstring a little bit as he made that clearance. Doesn't seem too serious. I think he'll be okay to go on.
He's had a fantastic game. Kick out of hands. He's really controlled. Just shows you the importance of having a good 10. To kick when he needs to pass when he needs to leave it in the forwards like we just saw when you need to. Really can decide the outcome of a game.
And this little break will suit Blackrock, won't suit St. Michael's so much. They needed to get straight back into this game. Get a little bit cold here.
We saw Lockman as well before the match limping in. Seems to have picked up that injury again.
Guys, can we make a decision on that?
Serious bit of pressure going onto the right thigh. And Sean Kearns, then the masseuse there. He's back on his feet. Remember, tightness has been relieved. He may be called upon to clear with that right foot again. That'll be a good test of his masseuse's skills.
Come on!
Brady back to Kearns. Here comes the clearance. He looks okay. Hasn't found touch, but it's swirling around. Well taken by Carl Victory. Good chase up. Was a good tackle by Owen Fanning. St. Michael's have the ball. Gilson kicks cross field. Tricky little bounce. And Blackrock, good balance. Good clearance downfield, stays in play. St. Michael's have to retreat back into the 22. Stepping out to improve the angle a little bit. Haven't found touch with the clearance. They've kept it close to the line. Tristan Brady was back. Blackrock kick it back once again. With the lead, they can afford the kicking game. Not so much. St. Michael's, what do they do here? Take the decision to touch it down. Gilson with the 22-meter dropout, looking for a bit of grass. He's gone too far with that one. It's straight to touch back to the 22-meter line.
Absolute killer. And Brady, he's another man who's had a fantastic game for Blackrock today. Instrumental in that last try we saw, keeping it in the forwards, releasing it out to the backs when the time was right.
Hang on, another injury.
James Pollard heading on and replacing Harry Redmond in the front row. Well, the Grant beginning to take it out of the players. St. Michael's man out wide, getting some stretching done.
You know, the soft tissue injuries are always exasperated when it's so cold out there because you can't warm them back up again.
Signal, yeah.
Oh, Blackrock supporters happy with what they've seen. Dudley Phillips is indicating it's a change needed. Tom Maloney will be replaced.
That change is made
23
now.
is Paul O'Connor.
Got him.
O'Connor was ready to go in, just getting some last-minute instructions.
That change on, Captain, yeah? Subs on, yeah?
There is Paul O'Connor.
Come on.
He started against Terranure. 10 minutes to make a name for himself here.
Down the middle. Crouch! Ready, ready! Bind! Set! It's not square and steady, okay? It's coming down towards me. Nice and straight, okay?
The referee just having a word with the front rows before the ball can come in.
Just looking at the two crowds, it says it all. Blackrock on their feet, singing and dancing. And Michael's crowd somewhat subdued.
I'll expect a training paddock move here. Ball moved to Timoney. He took on the duty to put the ball into the scrum. Both sides have tried that sort of tactic. Changing the personnel. Brady has returned to the standard scrum half position, gets the ball away to O'Connor, was taken down, kicked by Lockman. Held up 6 meters short of the line. St. Michael's just slow it down a little bit. Brady rips the ball out. Blackrock drive again. St. Michael's have straight offside. The referee's arm is at his advantage. Blackrock they get up now to St. Michael's to dislodge the ball. Whistle blows, it's a penalty. I don't think it's anything more.
And two great carries from O'Connor there. And again, Brady picking the right man. 4 guys running lines, and Brady gives it to the right guy. That's one of the keys to a good scrum half. Giving it to the right players running the right line, because when you have 4 players running like that, the opposition defence do not know what to do. And it's up to the 9 to pick out the right player.
Well, the Blackrock decision here is to call a scrum. It's a tricky angle for the shot at goal. Again, the difference between a 10-point lead and a 13-point lead isn't huge. 14 is the key margin. Blackrock have possession from the line out. Kearns, little bit of space here. Is there going to be a third try for Blackrock? Almost to the line with Zach O'Hagan. Just about held, but Blackrock line up wide. Surely they're going to get in for a try. Another try. It's held up by St. Michael's. The ball there again. Blackrock pick and go. It's gone loose. Knocked on, armors out. It's advantage St. Michael's. They've a long way to go. They kicked it clear. Have they found the touchline? They have. Hugo Keenan wisely watches the ball go out. It'll be Blackrock possession. Oh, desperate defence from St. Michael's, but it pays off. I thought O'Hagan was all the way in here. O'Connor got across to make the tackle. Had the ball just come out a little bit better there for the scrum half, Tristan Brady. He thought Blackrock had to score wide.
From a Michael's side, you just feel like you're constantly under pressure. Here you go again, defending again, and the Blackrock onslaught comes at you once again.
Dave O'Connor with a catch in the line out. The ball has been pulled down. Referee's arm shot out there. Blackrock player got back to his feet after being tackled. It was Conor Oliver, but play goes back for the first defence, pulling down the maul. Now, what's the option here for Sean Kearns? No sign of him looking for the kicking tee. He's going to punt this one into the corner. It does so to good effect.
And once again, the pressure comes on St. Michael's. Really is looking ominous at this stage. You felt Blackrock just grew into the game. There was a point in the start of that second half where Michael started to get back into the game, but that was quelled quickly. And it's been all Blackrock since.
Who's in and who's out, lads?
Blackrock go to the base of the scrum, the line out once again. The ball is there. Timoney backs into the tackle. It was well marshalled on that occasion. There's the ball. Brady, Skip Kearns on this occasion. Blackrock just held up short. Quick ball once again. On the burst comes Hugo Keane. And the support drives over the ball. Referee's arm is out. St. Michael's have sneaked offside. The ball did look out. Brady dummies to pass, tries a little go himself. has the strength to get the ball back. Lockman with the pick and drive. It takes 3 St. Michael's players to stop him. The ball is there. Blackrock under the post. It's not coming back quickly enough. No advantage accruing. Referee stops the clock. He wants a word with a St. Michael's player. Is he reaching for the pocket? I think he is. That's a yellow card.
That makes the decision. You go for the scrum. There's going to be space in the pitch. Go for the scrum.
And Matthew Gilson and heads to the side. 63, 64 minutes on the clock. Probably won't get back.
Not long left, don't let me down.
I feel there's a hammer hovering over a nail to be put in a coffin at the moment. The try is coming. You can feel it. There's been just an onslaught of pressure from Blackrock.
And they come to the narrow side. Timoney running cross field, commits 2 players to bring him down.
That's fine.
Well, good work by St. Michael's. Have they turned it over? They have indeed. Great stuff from St. Michael's. Well, Blackrock turned the game around last season when they were down a man. They looked dead and buried. Could St. Michael's do it to Blackrock today? Oh, not coming back from Blackrock.
Be careful.
Ellie Carl Victory very lucky. There's a man just been put in the bin because it could have been him. Changes referees' decisions when they've just been somebody not to do it again.
Time off.
Just that decision. I thought Timoney going that side, eating up all the ground, wasn't the right one. Should have gone through the hands. There was space on the pitch.
I'm making a change, lads.
Yeah, I was surprised when they lined up before the scrum. We don't have the shot of it that Blackrock didn't divide their options more and commit Blackrock to where they were going to leave the gap.
And what you do is, if they've lost a man from the pack, you do a back row move. If they've lost a man from the backs, you get it out wide.
5, set.
Now you got to take the 10 channel. Look at Cregan there in the 10 channel. It's going to be a bit of indecision here.
Kearns. Losing Timoney in the back line now. Couldn't find a way through on that occasion. He's the go-to man. Just doing it a little bit too often, maybe. It's a good competition for the ball back on the Blackrock side. Brady whips it out. Lovely little offload to Oliver by Dave O'Connor. Oliver did well to keep the ball alive. Hugo Keane hits the deck. Brady comes to this narrow side. Fitzpatrick. Well tackled. Great work by James Ryan.
That's good, Captain.
Brady goes the narrow side once again to Timoney. Mightn't have been the best option. It's sucked in a few St. Michael's defenders. Lockman, the pick and drive. Just lays the ball gently back for Brady. This is eating up time on the clock. Time that St. Michael's can't afford to give.
Up again, let it go. Let it go. 9.
Ideally, you would have put that one behind Oliver, giving it out wide to the backs.
5.
Same earlier on, we said Cregan was standing in the 10 channel. Bit of indecision there, you could see it. That means you smell blood, you go for it. You go for that space. But they opted instead to hit Timoney up the centres.
Well, is this a chance for St. Michael's? They get the turnover, they get the penalty decision. St. Michael's failed to secure possession. They've knocked it on as well. It's advantage Blackrock. Brady out to Kearns. Timoney was waiting at second receiver. St. Michael's up quickly. Oh, Lockman's doing well, rumbling forward there. Got across the 10-metre line. Brady gets it back to Kearns. Kearns sends up the ball. That's a tester for Gavin Duffy. Just slipping away from him in the air. O'Connor was there to support.
5 hold.
Long clearance downfield by O'Connor. And it's back possession back to Blackrock. And here they come on the counter-attack from deep. Well, St. Michael's have not had a foothold in the Blackrock half in the final quarter of this game. Kearns once again.
Stay rock, hold.
Kicking back against the grain, didn't really get a hold of that one. O'Connor. Just inside the 22, he finds the touchline, but Dudley Phillips says that's enough. He blows the full-time whistle. All the bodies out there exhausted. Aidan, Blackrock win, but deserved winners.
Absolutely deserved winners. They really came into it in the second half and drove it home. We're in full control of the second half. Fully deserved victors.
Two sets of players shake hands. It was a sporting encounter. There was a yellow card, more for continued penalties than for anything in any way suspect. But Blackrock, the holders, have defeated St. Michael's. They beat St. Michael's in the final last season. They've done it again here at Donnybrook today. Final score, Blackrock 16, St. Michael's 6.